Good morning. Welcome to sunny Winnipeg. Well, today is the day we find out if our enamel thinner is going to remove the excess of the Tamiya panel line accent color off of our parts. Yeah, a lot of commas in that sentence. Okay. Yeah, I think that if I'm careful and don't get too much of this thinner on the whatever it is I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this. Except that, you know, if you look at it closely, there's a lot of little, it's fairly soft. In other words, what I'm worried is that possibly this could go down into the grooves that are actually forming the detail and scoop out the panel line that's in there. Now I had an idea. If a person took something like a piece of a microfiber cloth or something like that, just part of it, cut part of it off so you don't ruin the whole thing, and maybe do it like this, there would be less material going down into the grooves and scooping out the what you don't want scooped out. Having a hard time saying what I'm thinking here. Now, it's just a thought. I'm sure that most people use this, and it seems to be quite successful. So maybe I'm worrying about something I don't need to. And then there is the thought that if I was to use my finger, which is the most easiest thing to do it with, I can't really get my finger into the places, all the cracks. Although on this thing, I think I actually could. Let me just try it here. You know, you're way too far back. You can't see what I'm doing here. Obviously, we need to recompose. Okay, now, it is late here this morning. I slept in till about 5 after 7. I have an alarm clock right beside my bed, and it's programmed to automatically go off at 6 o'clock every morning. And it beeps for two minutes solid. It just goes beep, 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 and anyway, it beeps. And I heard it go off at 6 o'clock. And I remember thinking, next thing I knew, it was 5 after 7. Normally I wake up quite a bit before that, and I'm up here and rummaging around, and as you notice, every once in a while I've been at the model table super early. Yeah. But we're getting a later start. I haven't seen the sunrise. If it's nice, I'll put it at the end of the episode. I haven't seen the walkers, but I'm sure they did come by already. Missy the dog is due to come by any minute, so I've got the GoPro just ready to grab and push the button. That's about the only thing that hasn't happened so far this morning. I am late. Okay. All right. We haven't talked about the weather because I didn't check it this morning, but it looks like it's going to be a nice day. So probably get in my bike ride later this afternoon. I probably won't have to do it this morning. Oh, by the way, yesterday we were talking about trying to get out before the bad weather came. It did. We had a very, very heavy thunderstorm later in the afternoon yesterday. So that's the way it goes here in Winnipeg. I remember, about 30, 40 years ago we had a summer like that too. It'd be nice in the morning like it is right now, and then around 4 in the afternoon, the humidity would start to come in, and boy, we'd get terrible thunderstorms. But maybe it's like that all over the place. I don't know. But who cares? Well, I guess I care right now. Okay, let's recompose here, and try out this stuff that I got from the hobby store yesterday. Wasn't that fun to go to the hobby store on the motorcycle? Yeah. I always wondered how that would work. Actually, I was more worried about where do I park that bike because that's a great hobby store, but it's in a bad part of town. I don't know what they could do. It probably wouldn't be economical for them to relocate, but it's in a bad part of town, and you sort of feel really funny leaving your bike parked out there. It's light enough that a couple of real strong guys could grab hold of it and throw it into the back of a pickup truck. I always have a tendency to envision the worst happening. I don't know why, and you kind of worry about it. Anyway, let's recompose and try this stuff out. Okay, I just saw Missy the dog going out for her walk, so it means probably she's going to be at my door in about 5 minutes. So I got to be in readiness here. Don't want to keep the dog waiting. Now, a few minutes ago, it was when I was doing the last scene, I was looking at this, and I was noticing that from arm's length, or even closer, you can hardly notice where the panel line accent color excess has to be removed. And I'm wondering I'm just thinking out loud here again, I haven't done anything yet. I'm wondering, would it be maybe a better idea to take one of Tennessee Jim's mini Q-tips here and just rub the areas where it's, extra bad? And at least that's what I was thinking. There's just a few places that are really, when you look at it closely, that you can actually see it. Now, the only thing is with that, I don't think it's going to go around these little pull knobs or whatever they're supposed to be. Whereas this, if it was saturated with, lightly saturated. I don't want to go and have it too full and, go around these things. Start to not make sense again, right? Okay, just going to think about this for a minute here. How are you this morning? How are you this morning? You look so nice with your haircut. You look so nice. Yes, you do. You look so nice.
She's kind of strange for 2 or 3 days after her haircut. They cut the hair off her feet, and now she doesn't want to go on the wet grass at all. So, yeah.
So you think did they cut the hair off like from the bottom of her feet, sort of?
Well, there's a lot of hair down between her toes and stuff, and now she just doesn't like the feel of the wet grass, and I think she's a little insulted too that when it rains she gets kind of wet and she gets cold sometimes.
How much of the hair do you think that gets removed? Half of it? Maybe no, more than half.
Oh yeah. Hot weather, so we trimmed her down.
Well, you look really nice, Missy. You look really nice. I slept in this morning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't get her to pee at 5, so rainy. Took her out at 7:30 to pee, and then she wouldn't go at 10, so I had to get up at 6 and we were out before 6 in the morning. She wouldn't go on the grass. Finally peed on the gravel here. She wouldn't go in the park this morning. She'd go up the sidewalk, but not into the park.
So this haircut has got an adverse effect on you, has it? Huh?
Oh.
An adverse effect? Huh?
10 o'clock, she walked down the middle of the road. She wouldn't go anywhere near the lawns.
Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day.
Oh, yeah. Hot and sunny.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Are they calling for thunderstorms?
I haven't checked the weather yet. But in all likelihood, it could well be. It's that time of year. It's that time of year, isn't it, Missy?
Rainy and I are up.
Okay, this is what I want to try to do first. Got one of a brand new one of Tennessee Jim's mini Q-tips here. And what I'm going to do, you can't see me doing it, but right now I am dipping it into the thinner. Okay, so obviously we got too much on there. So I'm going to just take and absorb some of this. So there is just, you might almost say, the smell of it. Now, we are going to just try and remove only yeah, that seems to be working pretty good. How about down here now? Yeah, that worked good. No use trying to do it where it's not needed. Now, how about up there in that corner? Is there anywhere else in this section? I don't think so. Okay, how about this one over here now? See, I'm trying not to get it down into the groove. Now, as far as these things go, I don't think we can get the point down to. Oh, you know what? I removed the whole thing. So that's too bad. All right, let's continue on this. There should be one more still in your field of view, and that would be this one. Yeah, this system seems to work good only where there is a panel line recessed into the plastic. Okay, how does that look now? Have I got everything? A little bit right there. Okay, if I can't see it using my magnification hood, for sure we're not going to see it from arm's length. Now, what I should have done on these door pulls, you know, these little knobs, because I think that's what they're supposed to represent. I should not have used the panel line accent color there. I should have taken a real pointy brush and just touched with that. So I'm not going to try and maybe see if I can get the top of this one. There, I got the top off. See if I can get the top off of this one. Just very, very gently touching it, almost using just the weight of the Q-tip. Okay, now is there any place else that All right, let's quit while the quitting's good. I think we did pretty good there, except for that boo-boo right there. Okay, I was just noticing afterwards there was some little hairs that came off of the, at least I think they came off of the Q-tip. Let's see if I can brush those out of there. Don't know why I'm worried about it. They're so small you can hardly see them, but you can see them in the monitor. Seems to be something stuck right there. Okay, enough fussing. Okay, I'm going to see if I can just redo this one here. And it did not go as well as planned. That was more than I wanted. I think maybe I had a little bit too much in the applicator. Well, we'll let that dry, and from arm's length, I think it's actually going to be better because it will show up. Okay, there are, to your left, there are 3 more squares. I'm going to just do them off camera. Okay, later I thought, why am I doing it off camera? Let's do it on camera. Now we don't want too much on there. All right, we'll start out here. Try not to let it go down into the groove. I think if I hold it flat like this, it won't. Okay, let's move on here. So how do we do there? I think I basically got it. All right, and I can't really see a whole lot of stuff here with my magnification hood, so for sure we're not going to see it at arm's length. Okay, once again, oh, here's a little bit here I missed. I think I got it. Okay, ready for inspection. Okay, that little knob that we touched up with the Panaline accent color a minute ago, well, actually about an hour ago, it has dried, and it does not jump out at you as having too much on, even with strong reading glasses. Like I think these are 4 diopter or something, and so they're fairly strong. In fact, I can focus quite clearly from this close. So with just normal reading glasses, from this distance, that's about it. It looks fine. It looks really good. Now, about the only thing I can think of is the light is coming from sort of behind you, and it's bouncing off, and I can see on here where it is, you might say, blotchy, and where it is glossy. And about the only thing I can think of to do is to put my glasses back on because I think that says flat clear. Yeah, flat clear. Okay, if I was to take the flat clear and just go over it, it might improve on it a little bit, but that would only be if the light was reflecting off of it, that you would actually need that. Now, I think I'm going to wind today's episode up. The reason being is anybody who happened to catch the yesterday's motorcycle ride episode, when I came into the house, I mentioned that I am going to sell my scooter. I've had the Rebel now for about 2 months, and the reason I hung on to the scooter as long as I did is because I thought if I can't handle the Rebel, if it's too much for me, I can always sort of revert back to the scooter, and then back to the e-bike, and then back to a baby carriage. Anyway, yeah, you know what I mean. I'm realizing now I don't need the scooter, and I'm getting along just fine on the Rebel, and having a great time. Anyway, where am I going with this? So I want to make an ad today to put in our local buy and sell, sort of, it's almost like a private face group type thing that I've often used, that I'm a member of. And it's mostly, well, at least a lot of people that I know are in that group, and I'd kind of like to sell my scooter to somebody I know. It's almost like brand new, so I know it's in good shape, so I don't mind selling it to somebody I know. Okay, I want to make an ad, and you know, when I make an ad, I kind of go overboard a little bit. I do a video, and I like to talk and explain, and I want to explain why it is I'm selling my scooter, because that's the first thing you think of. You know, someone would think to themselves, well, Ron had so much fun last year with his scooter, now all of a sudden he's selling it. Must be something wrong with it. No. Okay, yeah, oh, and as far as the sunrise and everything goes, I still haven't seen it. So we'll probably be putting something at the end of this episode, all being well, I hope. Yeah, I'm going to wind her up here. I think we're about as far as I want to go on this today. You know, starting in the next episode, we'll be getting parts for step 34 here. Some of them I think we've already got. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. All being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.